Hello viewers, spare me a minute or two. Let's provide answer to this under differentiation revision. We are to differentiate with respect to x, this function. So first of all, let's say we let y equals to 1 plus x divided by 1 minus x squared. If you check carefully, this is a fraction or algebraic fraction. Algebraic expression, right? Which is a fraction form. We can use the quotient rule in doing it. But first of all, let's check. If we see 1 plus x, 1 something x, which is a minus x, 1 can also be a square. 1 square will give us 1. Then x squared give us a difference of 2 squared. So we can restructure the expression for y to be equals to 1 plus x divided by 1 plus x, 1 minus x. In this case, it's a difference of 2 squared. 1 is a square. So we know 1 plus x will cancel, leaving 1 in the numerator, then 1 minus x in the denominator. Then if we recall, we can see that if I have 1 over x to the power n, I can write it n x exponent minus n from here. I am seeing this. The whole of this can be taken as the x. So if all of them have a power of 1 and having a fraction, I can rewrite y to be equals to 1 minus x all to the power what? Minus 1. So this is being simplified to this form. So now from here, what do? We are having a function of function, right? If you recall, if you have y equals to ax plus b exponent n, that simply means, first of all, your dy dx will become, the n come forward to multiply your ax function, then we reduce this minus 1. Then we multiply by the differentiation of the terms in the bracket. Right? Alright. Now, if that is done, we can see that this is also ax plus b. So we are going to follow the same concept. As in, our dy dx will be equals to, let the n, which is minus 1, come forward to multiply 1 minus x. Then we subtract 1 from that. And if we subtract 1, it's going to be minus 1 minus 1. So that will give you a minus 2. So we have minus 2 times, go into the bracket and differentiate. This is a differentiation of the terms in the bracket. Meaning, if you differentiate 1, you get 0. If you differentiate minus x, which is a positive, this is having 1 there. Then we subtract 1 if we move the 1. So this is going to be minus 1 x exponent 0. We know this is going to be 1. 1 times negative 1 will give you a negative 1. So in the long run, when we use this negative and this negative, it becomes positive. Therefore, dy dx will be 1 minus x all to the power minus 2. This is the index form which we are seeing here. The index form can also be moved to the fraction form. Therefore, dy dx is nothing but 1 out of 1 minus x all squared. I believe the concept is clear. If you are finding a differentiation of this using the direct method, approaching this, restructuring this to get this, we move to indices. From indices, we take the function or function differentiation, the shortcut, not following the chain rule. All right. Now, we can also solve this using the quotient rule, since this is a fraction form or double fraction or this. So we can say that, let me take care of this. So we can say that using the quotient quotient rule, if y is equals to 1 over 1 minus x, we can let u be the numerator, which is 1. Then we let v be the denominator, which is 1 minus what? X. U is the numerator, v denominator. Then from here, we are going to perform differentiation of both with respect to x. Meaning, in the case of this, du dx, right, is going to be equals to, if I differentiate a constant, I get 0. Then here, our dv dx will also mean that differentiate the constant, get 0, differentiate your minus x, you get minus 1. So if we get this, we are now going to quote the quotient rule. This is a rule, okay? We are now going to quote the quotient rule and substitute these values into it. So let's see how that is going to work out for us. So quoting the quotient rule, which is dy dx equals to v du dx minus, what do you have? U dv dx divided by v squared. So let's do the substitution. Whenever I see v, I go back to this place, which is 1 minus x. Whenever I see du dx, I introduce 0 minus u, which will be 1, dv dx minus 1 divided by v, which is this 1 minus x all squared. You can agree that whatever happened here will be 0. Then minus 1 times 1 times minus 1 give us a positive 1 divided by 1 minus x squared. You remember that was what we got for the first differentiation. So we can use the quotient rule to arrive at the same concept, or we use the direct approach. I believe at this point you grab the concept, you follow through. If you like the tutorial, don't forget to click on the notification bell, subscribe, likes, comment, learn, share, so that we get interactive. Bye-bye.